So there we go. Try to keep the episodes recorded here in about 30 minutes. I'm going to have to look and see what my hotkeys there, so I'm not having to jump out of the game. Right, well, a little bit there. So we have the Fort Sumter Garrison over here then. So that's US forces, Union forces, I should say. These, by the way, so like these plantations over here are like, they're like not just single plantations, but like they're like essentially like all of these sort of little things in the area amalgamated together. There we go. I can actually say it now. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of detail actually in the game. I think it's fairly accurate. Obviously, not being American and not being actually especially well read on the American Civil War, I'm going to have to assume it is. Right, so we have that going for us. What we'll do then is let's take a look. So we had a provisional army that could be used then as a nucleus essentially. So let's see. So order of battle, so units. Where could, and I've not done anything here, so I don't know how you actually raise new units. So let's see, new army. Transfer between units. Let's see, Johnson's army, add new group, add new unit, add new group. Okay. What we're going to go back and do then is, oh, so I've just created a new unit then, apparently. Oh, I've created a new army, here it seems. Right, I could delete that unit. Does that actually cost me anything, but we're going to delete it just in case. So I'll delete that unit. It's not doing anything, okay, that's fine enough. Or do I have to actually click on that unit? So we have Johnson's army here, which is the army headquarters. Right, okay. So I could add new group, I could add new unit. Let's go ahead and add new unit. Let's see. I do have volunteers out here. I do have 1,604 in Georgia. We have 1,000 in Louisiana. We have 629 out here in Alabama. 939 here in Texas. South Carolina about 1,054. We'll go for South Carolina. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I like it. Oh, wow. That's an impressive level of detail. Right, guys, we are going to decide then which uniform we go for. And we can just personalize that, which is really cool. Let's see. We'll call this number 1 then. Whoops. Right, so we'll start here. So number 1, and I'm going to have you guys vote, by the way. So enter the number for which uniform you like. So we have number 1 here. We have number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. Was that number 7? Which was number 1 again? No, that was number 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, there we go. Paper Doll Civil War. I like that. I will have to decide on the colours as well. So we've got 1 vote for 3, we've got 2 there for 6, and I think I agree on 6 actually. It does look pretty damn fancy. It reminds me of The Last Samurai actually. We've got 1 for 2 there. The competition is in fact fierce and growing. But I'm sure we will not break out into our divided house. So we're going to go for 6 then. We've got 2 for 6, so we'll go for 6 then. So that one was 6, so there we go. Now, I do personally like purple, but I'm going to have to... Is that a purple? Is it a purple? But I do like purple, I'm not going to lie. I love how you can actually customize this. This is so impressive. I imagine this is actually to represent the... Yeah, let's see. What colours can we go? Yeah, can you make your army Union blue? Oh, wow. Oh, we have a lot of options here. Should we go red and pretend to be British? We could go white and try to be like Bourbon France, perhaps. Yeah, that'd be rather intriguing. What we'll go for then is... let's see... Go for grey. Which is the cheapest colour? Can you imagine if it actually represented the colours? That'd be really intriguing. If it was actually like a cost to the colours there to represent obviously the value of the dies and etc. But anyhow, we'll go with that then. So select unit types. We have new infantry unit there. We have new cavalry unit. We have new artillery. We have new horse artillery, which is very important. This is going to form the nucleus of an army essentially. So we have support there, which is 100% in South Carolina. Recruit volunteers, yes. Only volunteers because we don't have any draft right now. Contract is 1 month. 262k. Fucking hell, that's expensive. Is the brigade. Oh wow, there's cavalry uniforms. Just the 2 there. Artillerymen. Yep, I'm liking that. Horse artillery, yep. Okay. Impressive. That's the one we're going for then. Right, I mean, it would be nice to actually have this as a nucleus. I think we'll go for it. We can try and, like, see how things work out. So we'll go for that then. So, from South Carolina, what happens if I go to, like, say, Texas or something? Does it change anything? How about Georgia? Because we do have more available than in Georgia. It doesn't. Okay, so we're going to go for Louisiana then. Obviously being on the, well, not Louisiana, sorry. South Virginia? South Carolina, there we go. We'll go with that. The cost changes, does it? I didn't see that, actually. Oh, it does, actually. Huh. Yeah, 257 over here. 256, 259, 260 there in Alabama. That's interesting. We have North Carolina over here. South Carolina, 263. We'll go for South Carolina there with 1,054. That works for me. What I'm going to do here is make the second... some fancy trousers. I do like purple. We're going to go for the purple. I'm sorry, but that's my that's my thing. Yeah, contract is a month there. But it's not too bad. We'll go ahead and we'll see how things work out, and we can figure out what to do next. So we'll recruit that unit. So I think that's the amount of cash we have over here, actually. So we have our order of battle, which is quite nice. If I go here to units, we can see all that. So we have all the garrisons here. And then we do have Johnson's army over here, South Carolina, state militia. Now, ETA is 9 days until they're available, which is interesting. We can see the weapon they're armed with. So they're armed with the Enfield rifle right now. Change weapon. Oh, God, that's so much detail. Maybe we can change the name of the actual brigade. That's a good point there. So we have a number of rifles here. We have a number of weapons. I know my good friend Fernando is going to be quite happy about a Lorenz rifle. I think that's the one he really preferred. So we have the Springfield rifle musket here. So we can see here their prices. We can see the availability, production, standardization. Actually is really quite interesting. Effective. There's some real detail here, like genuine detail. Is quite impressive. Effective range 400 yards. Rate of fire 3 rounds per minute. I think these are the ones that we actually have here. Production and import. The whole rifle's impressive there. Okay. We do have reboard muskets. Needle gun there. So 400 yards is about the max range or so. We do have a rifle musket over here with 500 yard range. Springfield's not bad then. Yeah, rifles be likely more expensive. We'll stick with the Springfield rifle right now. Considering, well, we have the Enfield rifle actually. Where's the Enfield? Enfield. Model 1817 rifle. Production import. Is the Enfield not listed here? It might be because we already have it, to be honest. So we'll leave it as is then. I don't want to actually spend anything on that. Right, so we'll cancel that. We'll go back here. So we have a unit. Can I name it? I'd love to see it renamed. I kind of want to see XTRG trying to play War of Rights. That'd be fun. Oh, that'd be fun. I'm not seeing anything to change the name. We might be able to change the name in the future, actually. So we have commanders here. Colonel. Oh, interesting. Veteran. So is this the actual commander here? Let's see. He looks to be the commander here. I'm not entirely sure. You can change the army name. Okay. I can replace the commander. History. Unit. How... Oh, yes, we can. Ah, nice. Let's see. Can I do that here? Oh, yes, I can. Excellent. What should we go with then? Should we go with the first... Ooh. CSA... we'll go with the first CSA. That sounds interesting enough. We can obviously tailor it in the future, but that's cool. I like the fact you can actually change that. Something volunteer rifle. First CSA volunteers. That sounds good. I like that name. We'll go with that. Right, so we do have that. We do have commanders over here. He's inexperienced right now. I could actually, yes, I could replace him if I still wish to do so. And we do have Brigadier General Joseph E. Johnston over here. That's interesting. So we do have quite a few different things we can do with this. I like that. I really do like that. So we do have the medals here. So he is Branch of the Arms, Seasoned Engineer, Veteran, West Point Graduate. We have here Brigadier General as his rank. So Fame, not very famous. Initiative, not very great. Leadership, Administration, Cunning. Pixels, pixel troop. I like it. But we'll go with that then. We'll see what that will unlock for us in the future then. So if I zoom out, can I see my established militia somewhere? 6 cunning. He's extremely cunning. We need to give Ojo a promotion indeed. Right, so we do have some garrisons out here then it seems. Wish the music would start playing because it sounds a bit strange when I'm just talking here. I put a tail on him and call him a fox. What's this? I don't know what this is. I don't know what that does. That seems like a paid thing. So I don't know what that change does. Okay. So we have that good there. Ah, good music. Just play the music at all times. That'd be nice. Right, okay. Militia in. So we can see that being worked on there. Suspend free policies. So working right now on diplomacy, industrialization, and King Cotton, which is going to be fun. Okay. I love that you actually have this game going minute by minute, day by day. That's amazing. There's not many games out there that actually do that. So we can see here, what we need to do then is just observe here. We can see that industry is actually put to... Who the hell's controlling this? I haven't changed these, as far as I'm aware. Still making that revenue. Surplus is 11,000 here. So when do we gain that surplus? Is it every month, perhaps? When does it come into the actual coffers here? Recruitment, civil order. Well, as far as we're going here, we don't have an issue with support in the south. See, Union. Okay. Yeah, I've got the sounds turned quite down, actually. So I do have unemployment over here. I'm not too concerned about the Union. High incomes, unemployment there, national debt. I'd like to try and reduce that national debt, but then again, I don't particularly matter that much. Okay, minus 235k here for a moment in time. It's not particularly great. In fairness, I did spend that, yeah, plus 238 there. I imagine that came from the recruiting of the actual militia there. The foundation of first CSA volunteers. Right. So let's take a look at our production. Consideration comes down to, do we actually wish to increase the size of the Navy as well? It might be a case of actually waiting until we actually have access to like ironclads, something of that nature. The idea and the music kicks in when the map, and that's true, that's true. But I'm a fan of music. I'm a big fan of the music. Bring on the music. So none of it's been just like perk. That's intriguing. I do wonder what perks that actually are available. So what we're going to do then is actually speed things up here a little bit and see how things actually develop. Okay. So, let's see. We do see our characters over here. Ideally, the game will have its performance increased. I might go ahead and actually reduce the settings here of the actual graphics, just to try and make it run a little bit better. It does get a bit strange when you put it down like that. Right, so we'll go with that. It still looks fine to me. Yes, it is very nice. I do like that map, as you say. It's very good. So we have Richmond over here. Let me go ahead and actually just turn up the sounds as well, just so we can actually have a little bit more when we actually are down here. Sounds, video. Well, video's fine. Have the sounds up there. Okay. I wish these would actually be available all the time. Let's see. Yes, I can hear the actual sea, well, the ocean. So we have Norfolk over here. We do actually have a Confederate garrison here. So it looks like it's actually been supplied. Yeah, this is something to take into consideration here. I think the 7 Years War game has some performance hiccups too. Yeah, it's understandable just because of the size of it all. And this is even bigger really, isn't it? As we have here forage, which is interesting. The amount of food for horses, if forage runs out, conditions of horses deteriorate. Intriguing. We have here then provisions, ammunition, supplies. Interesting. Awaiting orders. Readiness is excellent. Intelligence is poor. Condition is good. They're untrained right now. Those are Union force that never fell in a real war around Norfolk. Yeah. Fort Monroe. Yeah, it reminds me of Shogun Toll War, actually. That's what it reminds me of. And you can dodge it out. That's fantastic, actually. It's been a long time since I've been to the US. It's been a good few years. I'd like to visit in the future, actually. That would be nice. So you have the Richmond Armory over here. So, in all honesty, we do need to actually try to reach out and secure additional resources, in all honesty. And if I go over here, what do we have here, then? Let's see. Right, Telegraph. So, the Confederacy issues $10,000 in bonds. Okay. I think that is where we got our 10,000 national debt from. Let's see. So, obviously, the detail here is much reduced due to the fact that I'm running it on lower settings here. But we'll see. Right, so we have Decanter? Where in the US have you been? Well, I've got family in Texas. So I've been to Texas about... I've been to Texas once, actually. The last time I was in the US was in Naples, Florida. Been to Orlando a couple times. We drove from Orlando to Houston, which is around like there-ish, isn't it? Somewhere around there. And we actually were in New Orleans the night before Hurricane Katrina, so that was quite interesting. That was an interesting time. Yeah, that was like pretty rough versing of the evacuations. Right, let's see then. What do we have here then? Is this actually the name of a mountain? Mr. Mitchell. I'm going to assume that's the name of the mountain, perhaps. Right, we are getting more performance here, which is pretty good. Obviously, things will improve as in time. As we have Memphis over here, so we have the...
This step, secession,
oh, right, here we go.
once taken, can never be recalled. We and our posterity shall see our lovely South desolated by the demon of war. Alexander Stephens, Vice President of the Confederate States of America.
I really want to know who they got to do that.
Chapter 2. The Demon of War. The election of Abraham Lincoln, an anti-slavery Republican, as the 16th President of the United States was the last straw, triggering secession. One by one, Southern slave states declared secession from the Union and formed the Confederate States of America, led by President Jefferson Davis. This secession ignited the inevitable escalation, with fruitless efforts to still find a political compromise falling on deaf ears. Advocates of armed insurrection and fire eaters roam the states with steel in their eyes, and the public is aroused to volunteer, to fill the ranks, to quell the rebellion, and to preserve the Union or to secure independence from it. Following open hostilities,
I'll have to turn the video sound up next time.
75,000 volunteers for 3 months' service sparks incredulous protest and loud outcry among the southern states. And these sparks set on fire the irreversible. More states secede. Now it's war. 75,000, 100,000, and even more. Soon, the largest armies seen on American soil muster, drill, and prepare for
Yeah, they're actually really, really well done. Like in the video that I made earlier, I was like talking about how they remind me very much of like the History Channel. And it's really, really top notch. Incredible, actually. The English in New Orleans.
Civil war, and even foreign powers may feel a desire to take a hand therein. The time is ticking for the new.
I do love the actual use of coloured photographs as well. That's really quite very good.
The demon of war has awakened.
Yeah, you definitely get that feeling. Definitely get that feeling. Right, so, the Grand Herald. Civil War. Lincoln vows to quell the rebellion. Volunteers flood city halls. Confederates. Armies on the move. Europeans reluctant to take sides over here. Okay. So, the Civil War has erupted between the Union and the Confederacy. Both nations are mustering volunteers to fill the ranks in their armies. Politicians are certain that the war will end in a neat showdown soon. The Northern policy making is in turmoil. Currently, the Republicans following President Lincoln's lead are in control and willing to end the war by reuniting the nation with military force. The Democrats, on the other hand, are more willing to enter into negotiations with the Confederacy, which could eventually lead into more peaceful solutions. This needs to be taken into consideration during future military campaigns, as currently Lincoln has the support of the majority of the citizens within the Union. In case the Union military operation is unsuccessful, it is very likely that Lincoln's support will plummet. This will be seen no later than the House of Representatives election of late 1862. We also hear of news across the Atlantic that the French and British are considering signing with the Confederacy. Interesting. Right, that's actually quite intriguing there. Did someone say Yanks? How you doing there, Salt? Good to have you, my dude. Banjingo will smash the Yanks, indeed. Right, so this is interesting. It is. What's the date here? Where's the date? Where's the date? So it's only been a day. It's now 25th. Oh, we have this over here now. British intervention at this moment in time is only at 20%. How could we actually raise that? Policies and subsidies can influence the relation to European nations. If the intervention level becomes high enough, they might intervene. We need the British to intervene. We need the French to intervene as well. So let's see here. If you could do, please. Right, that's something that we've seen already. Okay. So we still have our garrisons right now. So we do have Johnson's army over here. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Supplies 50% there. So we can see in range, well, obviously they're in range because it is theirs. Oh, we have some options here. Stance, cavalry orders, construction, movement orders, manage army. So we have construction here, so what could we do then? So we could actually build telegraph, which is intriguing. Telegraph stations within reach of one another will allow communication from the administration to the armies, reducing order delay immensely. That's so cool. Depots. Going to be required. And we do have fortifications over here. A fort must be besieged to capture it. Can be garrisoned and upgraded to withstand sieges better. A fort can guard a town or report against enemy aggression. Intriguing. Now, we have our movement orders. We do have the army organisation, which is, well, yes, there we go, organising the army. Right, we do have our cavalry orders over here. So, raid scouts, guards, stance. Currently, we're defensive. Actually, no, currently we're offensive. You see the crazy combat mission related announcement. Well, maybe I knew that was coming. Maybe you'll see more about that from me. Who knows? It's about time that they actually made the right decision. Oh, it's been great. You actually first delivering. The birthday streams were fantastic. The choice to actually publish Shadow Empires was a really inspired choice. And actually, yeah, they're making some good decisions. Okay. Don't tell them, for God's sakes. Right, so it says that we are at war, but I'm not entirely sure, really. Let's see then. So we do see here. So these are garrisons. Now, I don't know if the Union is actually mobilized, because it's interesting that it actually tells you about that. Oh, we do see Union forces over here. This is a home squadron over there. What we're going to do then is continue as we are for the time being. Okay. So only 20% there for British intervention. Need to get that. Yeah, I do see this over here. What does that do? Oh. I don't know what that does. I don't know if I should be messing with it, to be honest. So it seems to, like, change the map in some way. Oh, is this a time? Oh. Snowfall. Okay. Didn't know about that. Don't know what it does. Probably shouldn't touch it. Hey, Dinner Hollerus, good to have you, my friend. Should we enlarge Johnson's army? Well, that's the question there, isn't it, really? Bum, 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 bum. For the time being, I think we're going to reserve here. Yeah, strong support over here. What I could do is potentially have... I don't know why they're here in Alabama, actually. Maybe I clicked on the wrong state there. Yeah, it is fantastic, actually. As we have our stance over here, then. Cavalry orders, okay. Movement orders. Force march. Okay. What I'm going to do then is actually have them... let's see. We'll have them march out of Richmond. So, move at time. Rail movement, sea movement, riverine movement. Force march, retreat, okay. We'll have them march. You got an army in the west, but you should raise some men in Virginia to contest the Union. But I actually wanted to have some men over here. But the issue is, I don't know if we're actually at war properly. It says we are. But I'm not seeing anything as yet. I wonder if I can actually make the game performance better by turning off some of these things. Command and control. Movement arrows. I'm not too sure. Do they show Texas coastal border with Rio Grande? I believe so, yes. We do have Mexico down here. Yes, we do have the actual forts over here. Obviously that is Mexico. Right, not yet. April 12th is Fort Sumter. Yeah, this is it. So I don't think we're actually at war yet, so I don't think we need to rush anything. And we do need to be quite careful, to be honest. We do need to very much protect New Orleans. Essentially what we need to do is actually prevent the Union from carrying out the Anaconda campaign. Essentially, we need to take St. Louis. St. Louis is going to be so very important, in my opinion. Or St. Louis, however you want to pronounce it. I need this. I need this so bad. Let's see. Map borders. Map icons. Right, so that shows the icons. There we go. We need that. The difficulty is going to be how do we get there. If we take a look over here then. So we do have Cairo over here. Cairo is going to be quite important actually as a stepping stone. We do have the ferry over here. We do have a road. Well, we have another ferry over here. Let's see. See, that might be what we actually raise an army for then, is campaigns against Cairo and St. Louis. Or St. Louis. So it may be a stupid question, but was a shot away. Is it one to that times run? Yeah, we're going to have a time run in here. And there's not much I can do right now, other than just observe for the most part. And we're going to zoom out again, just like... Ah, there we go. Cairo. Oh, God. No, it's Cairo. Well, don't start.